The Secret Snack Bandit. By AI with Heart. Claire was a 30-year-old freelance illustrator who had recently moved to the countryside to escape the noise of city life. Her mornings were peaceful, filled with tea, soft music, and sketching the golden sunrise from her porch. Just beyond her small cottage was a rented stable housing a single tenant, a chestnut brown horse named Benny. Benny wasn't just any horse. He had large, expressive eyes and an almost suspicious level of emotional intelligence. Claire swore he could understand her better than most humans. Each morning, she greeted him with a pat and a carrot. One carrot. One day, Claire opened her fridge to find the entire bag of organic carrots gone. She lived alone. The door had been locked. Puzzled but assuming she'd simply eaten more than she remembered, she jotted it down to forgetfulness. But then it happened again. Another bag. Vanished. And a third. Claire's suspicion turned toward Benny, who greeted her each morning with an uncharacteristically smug expression and carrot breath. Determined to solve the mystery, Claire stayed up one night, pretending to sleep but watching the kitchen through a cracked door. Hours passed, nothing. Just as she started to doze off around 3 a.m. she heard it, the soft click of the screen door. To her utter disbelief, Claire saw Benny. Standing on two hooves, somehow managing to push open the fridge with his nose, nibbling through the plastic to snag carrots with precision and grace that would shame any magician. The next day, Claire installed a GoPro in the kitchen to be sure she hadn't hallucinated. The footage confirmed it. Benny had taught himself to unlatch the gate, navigate the yard, push open the screen door, and operate the fridge. With his teeth. Claire sat Benny down, well, metaphorically, and had a heartfelt talk. You can't just break in and steal food. That's not how this works. Benny blinked twice, then nudged her with his forehead before letting out the faintest snort. Claire started a new morning ritual, 2 carrots instead of 1. One for morning, and one hidden in a different spot in the barn, turning Benny's craving into a treasure hunt. This seemed to satisfy his criminal urges, for a while. Weeks later, Claire noticed her grocery bill had inexplicably tripled, not just carrots, but also the occasional apple, sweet potato, and once, a bag of marshmallows. Benny's taste had clearly evolved. Claire started posting videos of Benny's antics online. The world fell in love with the carrot thief. The fridge whisperer horse became a viral sensation. Benny's mischievous intelligence inspired fan art, plushies, and even a custom jingle. With the extra income from Benny's fame, Claire turned her small property into a sanctuary for quirky animals. Benny became the face of the farm, complete with a carrot-shaped name tag and his own line of branded snacks. One afternoon, a child visiting the sanctuary asked, "Why doesn't Benny just wait like other horses?" Claire smiled. Because Benny doesn't believe in limits. He knows what he wants, and he finds a way to get it. That night, Claire looked up at the stars, Benny resting beside her like a giant, furry dog. She whispered, "Thanks for choosing me, you weird, wonderful creature." Benny, in response, gently rested his head on her shoulder, and tried to eat the corner of her sketchbook. Benny never stopped sneaking treats. He just got smarter about it. Claire swore he could count. If she skipped a carrot, even by accident, Benny would mysteriously knock over her laundry basket in silent protest. The sanctuary grew into a local haven. Volunteers came by daily. People brought carrots, not cash. They came for Benny but stayed for the joy he sparked in their own hearts. Claire called it the Benny effect. For Benny's 10th birthday, Claire threw a party. Carrot cake, horse safe, party hats, and banners that read, "Long live the snack bandit." Dozens came, laughing and crying as they watched Benny perform his famous fridge opening trick. One volunteer, a vet named Sam, came for Benny, but found himself lingering for Claire. Their shared love for animals and snacks turned into late-night walks, shared coffees, and eventually, something deeper. Benny, of course, approved, after Sam gave him an entire bag of carrots. On a spring afternoon, Sam proposed, with a ring hidden in a carrot-shaped box. Claire laughed so hard she nearly choked. Benny snatched the box and ran a full lap around the pasture before surrendering it, smug and proud. People say don't put all your eggs in one basket. But Claire would tell you, never put all your carrots in one fridge. Because if there's one thing Benny taught her, it's that love sneaks up on you. Often with hooves, hunger, and the smell of fresh vegetables.